It's time for some WNBA today. The newest member of the Phoenix Mercury, Kelsey Plum. She arrived in Chicago to meet her team and was immediately greeted by her teammates. They even had a little balloon surprise for her in her hotel room. So that was a celebration before. Let's get to how it looked on the court. You see, welcome, KP. Well, she made her presence known immediately. We're going to pick this up late in the first quarter. She comes in off of the bench, off the screen, gets the three to fall. Phoenix up 24-20. And then under 5 minutes to go in the second, Mercury up here. You know AT, the triple-double queen. She will find you. Kelsey Plum finishes inside. And then Plum steps back out, knocks down the three over two defenders. 3 of 3 from the field, 10 points in the first half. Phoenix up at the break. So we're going to go ahead to early in the fourth quarter because this was a good game. AT, nice little floater there, ties the game at 80. And then a few possessions later, the Mercury down 4. Kalia Copper on the little backdoor cut. Copper lays it in. Copper had 31 points in this game and a little over 2 minutes to go in the fourth. The Mercury trail by 2, not anymore. Thomas bullies her way inside. She's the triple-double queen for a reason. 21st career triple-double that extends the WNBA record. And then Plum showing off her dribbling and footwork inside. Knocks down the three, and that would be all she wrote. It's the Mercury that gets the win in Plum's debut, 106-101. And when you look at the numbers, it did not take long for KP to make an impact on her new team. She becomes the first player in WNBA history to make a game-winning three-pointer in the final minute of her team debut. It was a good one to watch. Good games call for great analysts. So we're welcoming in our women's basketball analyst, Meghan McKeown. Meghan, thank you so much for the time. We were talking in hypotheticals last time about what Kelsey Plum could look like with her next team. Now we have answers. Now we know. It came to fruition last night with her Mercury debut. What impressed you the most, my friend?
I was most impressed with how easily she fit into Phoenix's offense, especially after missing 6 weeks with injury. She didn't miss a beat. And any front office member or coach is going to look like a genius when you put KP on the floor because she can create her own shot. And it starts for KP by reading the defense. If you watch how she's able to create off a ball screen, it's really simple how quickly she reads. Chicago's late getting through the screen. They don't show enough on that catch. KP's got a quick release, doesn't need a ton of space to get it off. That's way too easy of a shot. In transition, quick decision-making makes it vital to keep an advantage over the defense. That slight hesitation allows KP to assess that 6'7" Camila Cardoso gets switched on. She's got that quickness advantage. She can get all the way to the rim. At the end of the day, Plum is as clutch as they come. Understanding time and score, down with a minute to go. She had just scored off of Cardoso in the previous clip. Fumbles it, gets it back, continues to drag 6'7" out of the paint to create space. And look how simple this is. She's got all the time in the world to get that shot off. 20 points on 60% shooting for Plum in her Phoenix debut and her first game back from injury. She didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, she did not miss a beat, and we're going to get a little bit more from her. We're going to get to see her tomorrow when the Mercury take on the Dream. But while I got you, let's check in on some action around the WNBA because it was Barbie night. Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie. As the Las Vegas Aces took on the Atlanta Dream. Second quarter, Aces down 29-27 is where we picked this up. I love that the crowd all had the shirts as well. A'ja Wilson driving, putting it on Angel Reese, getting the jumper to go plus the foul. I mean, that's her move. So Wilson puts Las Vegas up 1 after the made free throw. And here, Chelsea Gray, the point guard, finds Jackie Young a little behind the pack vision there. And then Young here steps into a three, knocks it down with confidence. Young had 19 points in the first half, her most in any half on the road this season. The Aces up at the half. Third quarter now, Vegas up big. Young finds Nalissa Smith on the bounce pass. Smith finishing inside. Nice dish there from Young. This game is over. Wilson has her 11th straight 20-point game. She is fired up here as the Aces extend their lead. Finishing touches now. Jackie Young gets the floater to go. The Aces win this one big, 109-87. Little discussion afterwards. She's just the meme queen. I'm going to need to know what she was saying there. But Jackie Young, let's talk about these numbers because she posts her third triple-double of her WNBA career. That is more than all other players in Aces history combined. Her 28 points were also the most in a triple-double in franchise history. Now let's go off to New York. That's where the Liberty hosted the Storm here. Sabrina Ionescu, Stewie, JJ, Brianna Stewart drives, gets it to Jonquel Jones. She's looking. Jonquel Jones finishes through the contact tough and one. We started all these highlights with an and one. 20-7 for Jonquel Jones. And then Sabrina Ionescu finds looking a cutting Stewie for the lay-in. Ionescu ends the day with 1,154 assists, by the way, in her career. She's done it in just 200 games. And here, the Liberty pushing it. Stewart gets the ball, running with it. The Liberty had 20 fast break points in this one. They beat the Storm 95-83. Stewie had 24, 8, and 6. And look, they had a special guest who was invited to the locker room afterward by head coach Chris DeMarco.
Let's go.
That's a heck of a speech. Sabrina Ionescu completed her 200th career game last night, by the way. She's the only player in league history to average at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists through 200 career games. She's averaging over 21 points and 5 assists in 11 games since the Liberty won the Commissioner's Cup. But they're looking to try to get back on track here, Megan, because they still sit at 7th in the standings. And this was a team that we were talking about with championship aspirations. Yeah. So how can they build off of these last 2 games that we're seeing?
Well, New York's got to find consistency, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And they've struggled when it comes to getting back in transition and allowing for fast break points and also live ball turnovers that have turned into opponent points off turnovers. In the month of July, New York went 4-5 and gave up nearly 97 points a game. That ranked 14th in the league. Every single starter from the 2024 WNBA title team is still on the Liberty roster. They know what it takes to be a contender, but for New York to get back into that contender conversation, they have to pair their all-star scoring with that consistent defensive pressure.
Yeah, they still feel like a team that is looking for their identity, and at this point in the season, you want to know who you are so that you can keep stacking those wins and chase where you're at in the standings. The Aces know what this takes, Megan, so do you think that they deserve maybe a little bit more recognition, more love to repeat?
Vegas 1,000% deserves a little more love. They have that problem where they're always good, so people forget about them and just assume they're going to find their ways into the semifinals. It's like being too good at your job. But they've got a point guard in Chelsea Gray, and then they have the best player in the world in Asia Wilson. That tandem allows Vegas to be efficient. Gray gets everyone in their spots. Wilson takes up so much attention from the defense, and she's a quick decision maker and a great passer. So the Aces have multiple scoring threats with good spacing. When the defense is spread, they have room to take advantage. Vegas leads the league shooting more than 50% from the floor. That type of efficiency wins championships, plain and simple.
Yeah, I still think what we've seen from Minnesota has been so incredibly impressive with Olivia Miles now adding Fee back into the mix. But you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. And the Las Vegas Aces, they know what it takes, not just in the regular season, but in the postseason as well. Megan, we appreciate the time. We will be seeing you very, very soon. Let's get to some news out of Cleveland, because the WNBA expansion team officially has a name. They're going to be called the Cleveland Sirens. And the Sirens are named after Lake Erie's power, its pull, and they're set to tip off at Rocket Arena in 2028. Getting a lot of love for the name that we're seeing on social media. The Cavaliers even changed their logo as well. It's time now for Celebrating WNBA 30, presented by Lilly. On this day, 30 years ago, the 1996 women's national basketball team won gold in Atlanta, defeating Brazil 111-87, and Lisa Leslie led the Americans, 28 points, 6 rebounds in the final. And this, remember, it was monumental in the women's game. It was instrumental in the start of the WNBA the very next year. An